Ahmad, Rashad, and this is Real TV.
It's a baker's dozen of the world's best shots caught on tape. 13 incredible stories. Everything from what goes up to what comes down. Life or death drama played out right before your eyes. Trouble out of the rain and all over the road. It's time to give it up and get ready for an eyeful. This is the place that has it all. This is Real TV. And here's your #1 video file, Ahmad Rashad.
Hello and welcome to our show. Now we're going to start today with a dirt biker in the desert. He's trying to show off a little bit for the cameras, but as you might guess, things don't go as planned.
In Glamis, California, dirt bike riders hit the dunes with a flying leap. These aerial long jumps are caught on tape during the filming of a motocross video. Hardcore fans and other riders stand right on the dunes. It's a radical point of view of the 200-foot jump. Rider Seth Enslow crashes violently, sending men and machines flying. It's hard to imagine anyone could walk away from an accident like this. But watch it again from this second angle given to Real TV. Everyone in the path of the flying motorcycle manages to run for cover.
Once I was in the air, that's when I realized there was a bunch of people there. So I was like, oh no, and I just tried to use my bike as like a shield to protect my body from getting crushed on all the bikes.
Seth is lucky. In the end, the worst casualties are 5 top-of-the-line dirt bikes. Totaled.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
By the way, Seth told us he didn't actually prepare much for that jump. I kind of figured that. Now we're going to go from the desert to the water. Lots of water. It starts off our look at some wild weather from around the world sent in by Real TV viewers.
Torrential rains turned the streets of this Brazilian town into raging rivers. One man is trapped in a submerged car. You can just see his hand. Seconds after he's rescued, the car is swept away.
Oh my God, look! Oh!
So is this produce store in Albany, New York, after heavy rains weakened the hillside. Nobody's hurt, but the business is gone for good.
Oh my God, look! Oh!
And hail in Nebraska is about to cost this guy his car. The hail is drowning out the radio.
Car is being destroyed!
Now, the radio announcer tells the driver something he already knows.
We're taking some pretty heavy hail.
It's raining rocks, and it hurts to hear.
These are probably 5-inch hailstones hit this car right now.
This car's history.
Where else you gonna see stuff like this? This is the home of the world's best. Caught on tape.
18 stories above a busy street in the Philippines, a desperate man clings to a window ledge. The distraught electrician has big money problems and wants to jump. Mataki City police are in place to try to prevent that. A news crew rolls tape as a negotiator with a rope tied around his waist leans out the window. It's a dangerous gamble, but one these cops hope will pay off. man struggles violently to get away, but police aren't about to lose their grip. The grab happens so quickly, it takes a second look in slow motion to see exactly how police carry out their rescue plan. Keep your eyes on the left side of the screen. While the negotiator distracts the jumper, a highly trained SWAT member makes his move. This video is a testament to these police who put their own lives on the line to save the life of a desperate man.
Tell a friend you're watching Real TV.
Time to put away your frying pan and move your kitchen outdoors.
Mark Atlas of Worcester, Massachusetts is 1 part chef and 2 parts show-off.
You're number one! Yeah!
Take another look. Right in the middle of this fiery stunt, Mark gets into serious trouble. His gasoline-soaked clothes suddenly reignite. Flames leap up around his head.
I was stunned. Boom. Bang. I thought it was all over. I thought it was time to see the big boss.
Thanks to quick help from his assistants, Mark gets away with only a few blisters on his neck.
Don't try this at home.
Real TV, baby!
Seemed to me like the only thing he was cooking was the back of his head.
Still to come.
You think wrestling's fake, but look what happened to me.
What happens when you land on your head? And
This is a Channel 6 News helicopter. We are over the individual who is trapped in the canoe on the Clackamas River.
icy cold water and man overboard.
Ahmad's coming right back with more Caught on Tape, so don't go away. On Real TV, where else?
It's the Battle Royal, a pro wrestling blowout in Rutherford, New Jersey. Entering the ring, a wrestler who calls himself Baba Faguchi. He takes a pounding right off the top. Within minutes, Baba Faguchi makes a run for revenge and goes overboard. Here's how it looks from the other side. Baba Faguchi's forehead slams the ring, snapping his neck backward.
You think wrestling's fake, but look what happened to me. I'm flying over the rope, and I think to myself, they're going to break my neck. I thought that was it. My wrestling career, my life, everything was over.
Well, not everything.
Next thing you know, a guy walks past me, picks me up by my leg, and just tosses me out of the way. He obviously didn't know how I was hurt, but it didn't feel good. I fractured my jaw. I sprained my knee.
6 months pass before Baba Faguchi gets back in the ring. Watching this tape still sends a chill down his spine.
I just can't believe it. I have to turn my head sometimes when I watch it.
Record, playback, watch. The 3-step program to Real TV.
It's a powerboat race off the Malaysian island of Penang, and world champion Peter Lindbergh is going for the gold. He's in third place when he hits the throttle and roars into a turn at 110 miles an hour. Then, watching his powerboat begin in slow motion, you can see the boat tear apart as it slams back into the water. The speedy machine now lies eerily motionless, and there's no sign of Peter. The rescuer's best guess is that Peter is trapped underneath and probably unconscious. The injured driver is barely alive. When they reach shore, they discover Peter's lungs are filled with water. But their desperate attempts at CPR are not enough. They pull him from the rescue boat. Every second counts. Medics insert an apparatus into Peter's mouth. They're trying to pump as much water as possible out of his lungs. Fortunately, on the way to the hospital, his breathing stabilizes. Peter survives this horrible accident and makes a life-changing decision about his career.
I won't drive in the World Championship anymore. I've got a wife and kids, and it's too important to me now.
Turns out Peter did go back to racing with the blessings of his family. He even won a couple more championships.
Straight ahead, a 16-year-old with 9 cops on his tail.
She's driving very erratic.
And 50 ways to duck and cover.
Ahmad's back in 2.5.
Reckless romance, only on the new CNN.
This is America's #1 source for the wildest shots ever caught on tape. This is Real TV.
An Indianapolis teenager takes cops on a dangerous joyride after running a stop sign and refusing to pull over.
He's pulling out in front of traffic right now. He's just pulling out in front of traffic. Yes, he's driving very erratic. He's swapping lanes, putting a lot of people in harm's way. I'd say somewhere in excess of 100 miles an hour. We're going to get down there as quickly as possible. Now he's swapping lanes again. He's just now going to crash into this field if you can keep your eyes on him.
But the reckless team doesn't crash. He pulls out onto the highway, and cops pull out the spike strip.
We're about to join another deputy down here, and he just laid out some sticks. Here it comes right now, right there at this intersection. Wham!
The driver manages to swerve and misses the sticks.
He just made a right turn, and the police are now on both sides of him. This is going to come to an end here shortly.
The driver is arrested and the chase ends with no injuries. It turns out the teenager was on probation and ran to avoid jail. But that's exactly where he's going next.
The cops looked like they wanted to teach that kid a little lesson, and I'm thinking maybe he needed one. Up next, drama on the water in Portland, Oregon. It's a race against time for one man, one canoe, and some rescuers who won't give up.
Clackamas River just above the town.
Just outside of Portland, Oregon, a call goes out that a man capsized his canoe in the Clackamas River.
Authorities not on the scene yet. Again, this is a...
We saw this red canoe floating in what looked like a fairly calm area down inside a steep canyon.
There's no sign of the man when our Real TV affiliate Coin Television flies on scene. Chopper pilot and reporter Warren Petrie hovers overhead.
We're right over him right now.
Then an arm came out from underneath the canoe and started waving.
They are waving, trying to get somebody's attention.
It was both exhilaration and panic that somebody was still with the canoe in a very inaccessible area.
Rick, tell them to get the raft in the river and come downriver. They need to hurry.
And time is critical. Despite the sun, the glacier water flowing in this river is a near freezing 38 degrees.
They have managed to paddle themselves over to the embankment.
The man works the canoe over to a rock cliff.
We've been trying to talk them into the site.
But now he's hypothermic and can't hold on. He's been in the chilling water for nearly 25 minutes, and now he's losing strength and his fight for life.
Oh, God. I don't see him.
Rick, he's gone. Yes, sir. This is a Channel 6 news helicopter. We are over the individual who is trapped in the canoe on the Clackamas River. You really need to get a crew here quickly. This person is not going to last very long.
Then Warren spots the rescue team downriver.
Okay, he's right on your nose, 50 yards. Hopefully, he's going to be okay here. We haven't seen him for a few minutes, but again, this is live from News Chopper 6, about a half mile above the 211 bridge. Okay, they've got him. And they're pulling him right now. It into the inflatable boat. They've got him in. You can see he is simply exhausted.
Kenny Mercura is an incredibly lucky fisherman. He's pulled from the river just in time.
When they pulled me out, my blood temperature was 87 degrees, 2-3 more degrees, and I would have been dead. The hypothermia was so bad that you couldn't unbend my arms, my muscles. They were all locked.
In a nationally exclusive interview, Kenny shares his story of survival with REALTV.
The first 15 minutes, I was thinking how I was going to save my life. Part of the time, I'd be underneath the canoe because there's a crossbar in the center of the canoe which you can hold on to. You have your air pocket in there also. I knew there was a possibility I might not make it, but I refused to tell myself I couldn't make it. I knew 1 week away I was going to see my son. He lives in Montana, and I see him about every 6 months. I knew that was a driving force. I'm like, I ain't going down right now. By that time, hypothermia was setting in severely. Every muscle in my body was freezing up. I held on, said a prayer. I said my final prayer. I was asking for forgiveness and to watch over my family and friends. I heard a thump on the canoe, and I wasn't sure if it was land or what, and I heard a splash in the water. And the canoe flipped over, and I saw a rescue man in a yellow outfit, and he yells, "I got him!" And the moment he grabbed me and said, "I got him," I was unconscious.
Kenny is not only thankful for the rescuers who hauled him in, but he's grateful that chopper pilot Warren Petrie found him when he did.
The guy helped save my life, because without him, I don't think I would have realized that help was on the way. I wouldn't have been able to hold on with the drive that I had.
It was a feeling of just the elation of being able to be in the right place at the right time, and it was very obvious he was losing energy, and he was very close to the end. So I think we made a difference.
They were angels. They were definitely angels.
Tell a friend you're watching Real TV. On Real TV. Where else?
Before we go today, we want to show you a young skateboarder who attempts the impossible. He's determined to get it right, and he's not about to give up.
A video shoot is underway in Colorado. If these skaters want to make the cut, they must put up or shut up. Skater Urel Ludke plans to blow away the competition with a move that's nearly impossible. He'll try skimming the rail in one clean take. The stunt nearly swallows him whole. But this boy won't give up. Urel proves anything is possible and says he's determined to go pro.
One thing you have to admire is this man's determination. He did it 50 times without breaking anything. We're going to leave you today with what they call the masquerade. Big waves rolling down a river in France once a year, and they make for great surfing. So long, everybody.